Welcome back to my channel, everyone. This show is Skinner Fox. Come back to another episode of Let's Play Crusader Kings 3, the Bronze Age Reborn. We are trying to further our expansion of Sparta into the Empire of Achaia, really. That's kind of where we're at right now. We've already went ahead and got the Kingdom of Laconia, where Sparta, rounds where Sparta would one day become, and then the Empire of Achaia. We are slowly but surely working our ways there. I'm actually kind of curious. Something I have never actually looked at is like, what is the actual Empire of Achaia's main holding? I guess their like capital that they're saying it's at. It looks like it's going to be Cadmea in Thebes. So that's interesting. I guess that's probably a pretty good piece of land to get at some point, and we're actually not too far. It looks like Thebes is kind of doing pretty well. So we're going to try to avoid them a little bit here. We're going to look around and see what's some nearby provinces that we can go for. It looks like this one's actually pretty weak, so we might actually go for them pretty soon. I want to see if there's anything that we can go for just due to piety and whatnot. We also can raise some raiders here, which I think might honestly be good as well, because we don't have a whole lot of piety and prestige to our name right now, so we might actually just work our way around here and try and get a little bit of this golden land right here. Looks like they do have a piece. Looks like we do have somebody who is trying to go for our land right here, so we'll take that from them. I don't know if we actually take some of their gold when we do that, but if we do, that's pretty cool. Uh, Looks like we are doing just fine though. We did get a little bit of gold there. That's nice. Let's see, do we have anything that we can do right now? We can designate someone over our daughter. We'll do our wife and queen, which is fine. And let's see, is there anywhere we're still at 83 total prestige and 49 piety, so something to look at. I don't know if there's anywhere else to go right now. I guess we'll just continue on with our raising of raiders here. I must know the truth. Fine. Let's see. Can we actually hold court? No, we can't. I didn't know if we were close to that point yet or not. We'll do Bellum Justum for the time being. And looks like we're doing all right. Let's go ahead and raise some raiders again. Are they in a war right now? I guess is the best question. Let's see. They are not, so going after them might be a touch bit precarious for us, but we're gonna give it a shot and see like if they end up coming for us or not here. Okay, they did, and they barely beat us. It wasn't by like leaps and bounds that they got us there, but that's fine. We do have a concubine that just got pregnant, which is okay. We do have a son who we are going to give Marshall. Well, actually, let's give him stewardship, and then we will educate him. Let's see if we can't find someone who's got a high. Oh, this one's actually pretty good. I think that might actually be pretty good. Let's move on over this way and see if we can't get some of these pieces of lands, gold and such. Um, let's go ahead and just do that. I think that might honestly be better. Next thing we want to do is we want to go ahead and get, I think, noble veins for the good trait buff. I don't know how far I'm going to go into that particular tree, but I think it's okay for now. We do have another son. Let's go ahead and let's keep him. I think I'm gonna keep two sons per main character because I don't want to like lose a lot of land as time goes on. So I think that's what we're gonna do. I think we're just gonna stick to keeping two sons, and then after that we'll probably have to sacrifice them off, but that's okay. Man, we're just not getting any of these people here, which is fine. I think we're gonna be okay because we just got some prestige, which I think now is a good time for us to find somebody. Because I think 160 is probably good enough for us to actually go after somebody. These people here might not be horrible, but they still need piety for that one. Let's see. This one's got a lot of allies, so I don't know if that's necessarily good. Seeing if any, let's see if any of these guys are actually at war with anybody. So they're attacking this person right here. Let's see if we can't. We can't. Okay. I'm trying to see if there's anybody over here that's like at war with anybody, so that way we might be able to like go after them while they're busy away going after someone else. That's honestly probably one of the better options here. And got an arranged betrothal. Let's see. We're gonna go ahead and our daughter and heir. I think she's matrilineal, right? Yeah. So in the last episode, I think we formed a matrilineal marriage with someone for her. Our son, we can actually see who we can get for him. There's actually a king. Oh, the king of Thebes. That's actually not terrible. Let's do that. Yeah. Let's do that. And that's a pretty. I'm pretty sure that's Thebes, right? Did I get that correct? Yeah, I think so. That's. Oh, or no, it's this one right here. They have the same exact Kingdom of Boeotia, and they actually have the same like set of arms, like same banner and everything. That's weird. Hmm, interesting. We will go ahead and negotiate that alliance. We need to keep as many of those as we can as the game progresses. Let's see if there's anybody over here, maybe? I don't think so. I think they're all going to still be in that confederation. Um, another thing is we don't have any factions going against us, so that's pretty good. It's something I looked into right before I started the episode to see, like, do we have any factions that are coming against us? But it doesn't look to be the case. I think this still might be the best one to go after. Let's go for Algina, and we're gonna call in our strongest ally for that. I think Boeotia, it would be good. I know it's going to be a lot there. And I know we're giving a lot for this particular piece of land, but the reason I'm doing this is because I think that that's actually really good. We get a lot of prestige back, so we're almost back to where we should be. I think what makes this one so good and so easy is that we can pick and choose which one we go after. Oh, and they already went ahead and they already went to town. Like they didn't even wait for me. That's crazy. Like I know, sometimes I get like kind of aggravated with the AI in the game, but that was really cool. Like they just went ahead and just landed there and said, "Okay, we're taking this." They want to be in control. Let's go ahead and enforce demands here. That's a pretty good win on our part. I wanted to go ahead and also disband them before we went into the ocean. Let's see. This is Athens. I would like to get Athens back at some point, but I also don't need this piece of land because I don't really need to spend the money to make it a city. But I think I'm going to go ahead and do that and give them that piece of land right there. And it's just an island, so giving them one island will honestly be okay. All right, so let's see. What's our next thing? We do have this um, big old kingdom that formed over here. Uh, we have one ally, which is Thronian, which is where we're at. Just a little bit over there. And who are they defending against? They're defending against. Oh no, they're getting attacked by these people. That's interesting. Um, yeah, they're defending. I think. Okay, so I'm gonna be kind of greedy here, right? Um, well, I can't because of piety. So, okay. Let's see. Well, can we go for something small here, maybe? Yeah, because there's a bunch of kingdoms that we could really benefit from if we were to actually go for them right now. Hmm. This person's in there. Okay. Let's see if there's any activities that we can do here. I'm thinking maybe a funeral. Let's do that because we haven't really done a funeral yet. And if this is, even if we don't get it in time to actually go after a war for those, I think it's still good for us to go ahead and just do this. So that way we can try to get some of these up a little bit because prestige and piety or something we're just going to need to be able to do anything. So it's good to just go ahead and get started. While this war's going on, though, we might be able to like get us some raiding done here. We did inherit two pieces of land, which is something. Oh, we have a city over here. Where is this at? Let's give that to some random person, and then we'll give it to, and we'll give the main holding to someone else. I think. Yeah, there we go. That'll be fine. And let us go ahead and back to the rating here. Oh, join in the offering. Um, I need the piety, so I am going to just do that right there. And it's also pretty good for the not to get any stress on us there, because we don't need to get any stress if at all possible. 150 to 65. This is actually really good there. Yeah, we'll do that one. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm trying to pick the best ones possible. Yeah, there we go. More vigilant. Awesome. And that should put us in a good spot while we also did that little siege right there. So that's also really, really nice. Alright, so now before we do anything else, let's monitor how these two wars, how this war is going over here. They are at 57% on these guys, and they are the stronger ones. So if we were to actually go against them, that would be pretty rough. Let's see, what would it actually be? 22, 91, and we're not connected to them, so it would be a little bit. It wouldn't look as good on the map. This one would connect our lands, or almost connect us there. Um, hmm. I think that probably their main one is probably the best one because we're not going to connect them anyway because this isn't quite touching us. There's a mountain range right there, and then we have Mykene right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go to war. This is kind of a risky war here, but it's one I think that we can do. This person will go to war with us, and this person, let's see, will that get you there? It's on the same side of another war with them. Okay, so that's fine. It's all right though, because we didn't give up that much gold for that. And let us make sure that our guys are going to get raised right here. Let's make sure that these guys are stationed somewhere, so that way we can get the little buff from it. And let's see, do we have anything else? Can we marry him off to anybody? Cousin and vassal, which I don't really want to do. Alliance power, who would this be? Brother-in-law. Let's see, I don't think he's our vassal though, so I think that's actually okay. Oh, I think. Oh, I see. I see. I just doubled up on an alliance. Oh well, whatever. I'm here now, so we're just gonna do this. All right, so let's go ahead and give it a shot here. Kind of nervous, but we're gonna see. Hmm. Trying to think before we do anything else because this is a pretty massive little war right here. I say massive little, like that's a what would that be, an oxymoron? We're gonna break that patrol right now because we're gonna have to get something a little bit better. Um, your vassal. I'm trying to see if there's anybody who's not a vassal of mine. Your aunt and vassal, which that's not good. Oh, that way the same person. Um, hmm. Your vassal. Looks like everybody here's a vassal of this person. I mean, of me. So yeah, trying to find someone who isn't. Let's see, relevance. Maybe we can get someone off of relevance. No. Let me see, rank maybe. Um, hmm. The Kingdom of Kithos. Okay. No, we're not going to get anything for that. Let's go back to alliance power real quick, and we're just gonna see. Hmm. Sorry, I had a cough right there. Okay, well, we're gonna let that sit and be for a second, and we're going to see what we can do here. Let's send our guys over here. We're actually gonna need to get a commander right there, because if not, we're not gonna get much out of that. So we're gonna need to. Man, there's so many people over here fighting. I don't even know if they're like allies or against, like if they're really against us or they're against other people. I'm not even sure anymore because they're in 3 wars right now. So we're gonna just slowly chip away at these sections over here. And so there is a good thing, even if we don't win this. What we can do is we can just slowly weaken them, like pull them in different directions. And even if we don't win the war, if they lose a couple pieces to some people up here, it will weaken them for us to go after them later. So that's always a possibility. Let us go ahead and see. Let's go here. And what we're going to do is we're going to, okay, we do have a perk that we can get here. I think this honestly is probably better. Let's see. We can partner our sister and friend. It's fine. Let us go ahead and see if there's any mercenaries that we can go and get right now. I think this might be okay here. Let's go ahead and let's take this. We got pretty fortunate with that though. Looks like they're actually like marching over here, and these look like actual enemies. So we're gonna go after them real quick. We're at 95%, which is huge for us. We can actually cut them off somewhere and fight them and get this up to 100. That'd be great. Oh, there we go. Enforce demands. And then there is somebody that we're actually defending against real quick because they're going for that same chunks of land. So we're going to be really careful right here. I want to see something real quick. Akhaia. So it's this one right here that we're going to keep. We're going to keep the city-state of Thebes. Yeah. Let us let's hand out some of these pieces of land real quick. First of all, we're going to give this out to one of our noblemen, and we're not going to be able to give anything else out here. We do have one random island out here that we can give out. And let's see, I'm just gonna use this to see if there's any titles that are like kind of out of nowhere that we don't really need. I guess this one. So we'll go to this person right here and grant them that. All right, there we go. We're back to where we want to be at. And I just want to white piece this one. If I can actually just white piece this, I think this would be really good for us. Let's go ahead and call this guy back real quick as well. And and there we go. And while we're doing this, we're just gonna go and attack this guy. And in all honesty, you know what? We're at 76%. Like, where's this guy at? He's up there. Let us go and siege him real quick, because if we can actually get this to 100, I think we might actually be able to like get some money out of this. Yeah, let's do that. Money and prestige and everything right there. So that was a huge dub for us right there. That was a huge win. Because now like the biggest, the biggest rival in the region for us, that's not this giant Pelagian confederation, uh, was this giant kingdom right here, and now they're split into 3 separate parts right now. I mean, they're one giant thing, but they're in 3 different sections, and they're probably going to start getting picked off because they're probably not strong enough to defend against another large scale attack like that. So it's definitely something to be keeping an eye out for. I am curious, what is this guy? Are they defending? Attacking? Okay, so they're also attacking somebody. So what I'm curious about real quick is, can we actually go for this? Or is this just one province? It is one province. So we're going to call this guy in here, and this is going to be like really sneaky like how fast we're going to be with this. Let's call in our big guy here. We're going to be a little into the negative on prestige, but I think if we can somehow chip away at some of these Confederation pieces over time, I think we might actually have a chance of like eventually ridding this whole section off of them. So we're going to give it our best shot. So let's just wait. Let's just see. Um, okay, so they are here. Okay, well, we're not going to be able to catch them, so we're going to go ahead and siege real fast. Might have wasted a little bit too much time, especially if we like miss it by a few days. We might really screw up here. Nope. Okay, we ended up getting it. That was honestly a really good call on our part then. And on that, this person right here, how many pieces of land do you own? You own those two right there. That's fine. We're going to give you this to somebody else then. All right. And on that note, everybody, I'm going to call it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a like in the section below. If you want to see more in the future, please subscribe to the channel. It helps out a lot. It means a great deal. The recording of this video, we're probably right around the 300 mark. So if y'all can please subscribe if you haven't done so already. Trying to get us to 500 and then eventually to 1,000 would help out a lot. And if there's anything you want to say, anything you want to see in the future in these series that you want me to start up or would like to see at some point once some of these that I'm doing are done, please leave it in the comment section below. I do read them. So again, guys, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next time.